Okay, let's do a reading. Pythagoras, please help me come up with a reading. Okay. So we have the house, the bear, so comfort of the home. How being at home is comfortable. It's your place of serenity, getting away. Home is where the heart is. Home is your possession. It is yours. We have the innocence and the key. So the key is to be innocent at home and to find comfort in the home, in your home. And what you want to do there should be comfortable at all times. There should not be any disruptions in your home. It should be a place where we feel the most comfortable, where we feel the most innocent is in our home. Maybe that means going out into the world is your place of rage and purging of yourself. But when you come home, it all stops there. Yes, so we have this completion right here and the wisdom. Let's see what else we have today. Finding solace in our home, finding wisdom in our home, finding our infinity amount of knowledge is in our home. That is where we learn what we have done in that world, and we reminisce on everything we have done. So when we're at home, this should be the place where we have the fulfillments of our highest hope. This lightning moment with this moon. Emotions, crossroads, the ring. So we have this place that's comfortable, secure, innocent. When you're at home, you're innocent, and you are contemplating the circle of life in wisdom when you're at home. And then we walk out into the world, and this is us walking out. And the key when we go out into the world is this: to purge, to let your wrath out, and to dream, and to expose yourself. And then we have this crossroads. Let's see what these are. We have desire, letter, sweetheart, officer, sadness, baby, thief. So home is the place where we're most comfortable. It's where we need to recharge, reassure our innocence, come back into ourselves and be innocent once again. And to find wisdom and knowledge, and to remember everything you've done when you were out purging and exposing yourself. This is what we do in the world. We purge, we expose ourselves, we bring our lightning upon the world when we leave our home. But at home is where we should be innocent and comfortable. And this desire is for outside. When we are out in the world, we expose our desires. When we are home, we are sweet and innocent and childlike. And then it is like going out into the world brings sadness and thievery and this running in with the law. This is all the emotions and the things that can happen to you when you go out into the world. That's what the world brings us, is the sadness and these run-ins with the law and the chance of being stolen from. And you're at this crossroads with this infinity karmic circle we have here. And when we get home, we are finally free from any of these troubles, any of these worries. I think this is just a message that we need to be grateful. You know, we go out into the world and we purge and we expose ourselves, and we exposed as well to thievery and run-ins with the law and sadness, that it is the world outside that brings us these emotions, not our inner self. Our inner self is comforting and innocent and sweet. It brings, when we look at ourselves in our home, this is the best part of ourself right there. It's the best part of ourself is when we're at home, when we are making potions and filling our cups and using our crystals to clear our energy. And then we are blindsided and we bleed when we go out into the world. So the way to find the most happiness, to be the happiest in our lives, is when we're at home. That is the happiest moments that we have. And then we go out into the world and we are expose ourselves to all these negative energies by purging and by putting our wrath upon the world and these desires. They are all in the world. They are all outside of the home, outside of ourselves, outside of what is our inner calling, inner truth, our inner wisdom of searching and knowing and being humble, living simply, and finding wisdom and learning about the world, learning about book knowledge mostly. And then we come out into the world, and that's when we learn how awful it is, and it brings us sadness, and it brings us to this crossroads moment. And there are two keys: a key to unlock the outer world, a key to unlock the inner world would be wisdom, staying at home and finding it comforting, finding it secure, finding our innocence there, rejuvenating ourselves into innocence. And then the key to our outer world, the key to overcoming this exposure that we put ourselves through when we step out into the world. We have exposure. We're exposing ourselves to all these kinds of energies here. Parting of ways. So there's heartbreak in the world. There's all kinds of things that could happen in the world. And the key to that is to just purge. When you're out into the world, know that everything is just desire, that you are not in your home, you're not in your comfort space anymore, that it is time to hold your desires, hidden assets, bad news, path least traveled, lucky day. You see, this path is least traveled is staying home right there. It's walking into that door. That is the lucky, that's where we find our most happiness. And then when we go out into the world, we should always be expecting bad news and hidden accusations, things appearing from anywhere. And the outside world is where the worst happens, bad news. And the inner world, our home, is where everything is okay. So stay home as much as we can and find our own wisdom and love our own home. That's the key there. And the key to stepping out into the world is to always expect bad news. Always be ready and prepared for these negative energies to come to fruition. So we just have these lightning moments, these omens. So if you want to keep safe and secure, stay at home and love yourself at home. And going out into the world, know that there will always be unexpected surprises and exposure. You're exposing yourself when you leave. So maybe find a way to guard to this key. This key is to expect this, to know that everything in the world is vanity. Everything in the world outside of the home is where we will find our trouble. But at home, no trouble. No trouble at home. So that's our message.